Dcuo. Dcuo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is your boy Redemption, and what I'm going to do today is hook you up with a T5 Nexus / Paradox loadout, because I know that a lot of people are having problems with the new Celestial power. And even though there's tons of videos on the internet that show you some decent loadouts, none of them really seem to stack up or do the numbers. So me and a friend of mine did a little bit of research on it and ran some things a couple of different times to test it out, and I think we found there's two loadouts I'm going to give you today, both of which we have found are extremely effective in Nexus and Paradox, and so they will be the ones that you will want to run depending on whether you're might or precision based. So we will have the might. First we're going to do the might based one for the for Nexus and Paradox, and then we'll do the precision based one. They're very similar. There's only a few things that are different in each one, so you know, I don't know. We'll just give you something good to run with so that you can actually see how to work this power the correct way. And here we go. Welcome back to the Immortal Temple. Oh. Sorry about that. I had to step out of the chat channel. Toggle the settings just in case I accidentally drop into a channel again. And this is the newly done Immortal Temple. If you haven't seen it in a minute, here's a good little peek at it. I believe it was different when I did my, my electric DPS loadout. You know, I'm always hooking you guys up with beast loadouts for, you know, the tougher content, since majority of the time the stuff that you see on the internet or on YouTube really don't seem to stack up the way that they're supposed to. Here's a new look at the temple. You know what I got going on so far with it. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's a little different than the last setup. I like these statues I found. I'm gonna be adding some more to it soon. Just haven't found any newer stuff. I want one of those giant round tables, but I keep forgetting to pick one up. Alright, but enough of checking it out. Let me go put this loadout together for you guys and give you a nice little demonstration on this dummy so that you can see the ranged might loadout. See, I'm a might based character, so you know. Well, actually, you know, for this, I'm kind of might and precision. Here, I'll show you my gear real quick. Okay, you know, we're all might and precision here, so you know. I've got to remod some of it for both, but for the most part, I've got might in most of it. But a few things do have precision in it. And everything new that I get from this point on, I'm going to put precision in just so I can build that up. My current stats, not too bad, you know. Pretty decent, 2800 might, 1098 precision. That's a nice, that's almost a nice even thing, okay? But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to get my precision up to about 12 or 1300. So my might's probably gonna drop down to about 2500, depending on what gear I end up getting. Let's see, we're up to 133 skill points now. If you haven't noticed, I've been on a steady rise. Probably people that tell you that you can't get a lot of skill points at once you're up to a certain level, that's a lie. They're usually just being lazy and don't want to put the work in. Okay, so we're going to start with the blessed tree. Not that many in the blessed tree for this. What you want to do is basically you want to come straight down the middle here, down to divine light. That's one of the first things you're going to need out of here. And your retribution. That's it. Divine light and retribution. That's all you need out of your blessed tree. Okay? Everything else is in the cursed tree. You're going to need your haunt. You don't want to get withered because that's the opposite. But you're going to need your malediction. Okay? You also want your cursed idol. Now that's a preference thing, okay? I'll show you a second loadout that's similar, that's exactly the same except for without the supercharge. It's one that I like to run. Now you want your plague, okay? That's the whole point of this, is you want plague, and you want to go down the right side for your dark pact. Okay. You don't necessarily need the 35%er. A lot of people have been asking me why I don't use it. Well, I don't know. I don't see it work the way that I want to see it work, you know? Like, it's always a hit and miss thing, so it's never a constant. far as this goes, this is how you want to set up. Oops, sorry about that. Right there. Play here. Okay, so yeah, this is how you want to set it up. You want your malediction on your square on the left. You want your retribution on your triangle. Your cursed idol is on circle. Dark pact on your X. Plague on your square. And haunt on your triangle. Now, what this is a basic... It's a little monster of a loadout here, okay? This is all ranged attacks. There's nothing up close and personal here whatsoever. Which will be the difference between this loadout and the next one I give you. That's for those of you that, you know, like to get in a little closer, you know, for that I would trade out the Cursed Idol for the Wrath of Presence, okay? That Wrath of Presence is a monster. And, you know, that ticks for about a good 3 or 4 grand at almost every other time. Minimum on the Wrath of Presence that I've seen so far is about 1,300. So, you know, that's a monster one that you want to have. As far as the malediction goes, some people prefer to use the benediction because it gives the critical increase. Well, I found that although it doesn't really do that much of a difference. Like, it brings out a lot of crits, but I guess maybe because I'm more might than precision, the crits don't hit as high as, you know, it may for some other people. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're more of a precision base, you might want to run that. Okay, now this is how we run it. Okay, first you want your Dark Pact, of course, then your Plague, then your Haunt, and your Malediction, and your Retribution. And, you know, it's pretty good numbers. What you want to do is, once you've gotten the combo out, you know, you want to spam your Retribution, and you can spam it pretty quick if you clip it right. Oops, messed up there a little bit. As you can see, you know, these come up with some pretty good numbers if you put them out correctly. Now, me personally, I spam back and forth between Haunt and Retribution because, you know, it's always good to have a spammer. You know, you want to have something that you can constantly dump, and I'll show you why I use Retribution is probably the best one to spam, because Haunt is a decent move, you know, but you need a boost on it to make it actually hit for something strong. It's like that. It's like the electrostatic bomb on the electric loadout. You know, by itself, you know, it's decent. You know, but if you boost it up, it starts to hit a little better each time you throw it. So it's like it needs the boost of something else in order for it to grow up. Okay. Now, let's see. Alright, so we've almost got the supercharge built up. We're just going to go until we get it built up, and I'm going to explain the combos for you. Let's see, Plague. That's tap square, tap triangle, and hold square. Tap square, tap triangle, hold. Oops, it's a little late. It's kind of a little bit of a monster to explain while you're doing it. It messes up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Tap square, tap triangle, hold square. There you go. See, there's decent numbers and it leaves some nice ticks afterwards. But if you do it with your Dark Pact first, tap square, tap triangle, hold square.
This is another banger, straight out of Master
You know, Dark Pact is kind of a hit and miss thing, but as you can see, you know, it has some decent numbers to it. Okay, now that we have our supercharge in play, okay, so basically what this supercharge is a massive damage. It's not necessarily damage over time, it's an AoE, and it hits everything in the room, and doesn't have the largest numbers, but it has nice constant numbers. But the way that you can actually get that going really good, and actually here, I'll do it until I've got 2 of them built up so I can show you the difference. We're just going to go for a little bit. Tap square, triangle, hold. Tap square, tap triangle, hold triangle. Oop. Sorry. For some reason it's harder to do the combos than you're explaining them. And this is why Retribution is a good one to spam. Because it'll do about 3,000-4,000 damage against those groups, like when you've got like Lex in them in the very beginning and in the end when you've got them in that tight little group. You know, you can just keep this going and it'll basically if you're fighting a group of 3 or 4, 2 of them will be hitting for at least like 1,000 something plus, you know, and if you're fighting like 1 or 3 people, at least it'll still be the same. At least like 2 of them will hit for damn near 1,000 plus every time. So, you know, Retribution is just something you can spam the hell out of, and it clips into itself. See, you don't even have to, this is the full animation, okay? That's the full animation. You can clip it. And when you clip it, it seems to do a little bit better numbers. I lose it sometimes, okay? It's a little bit of a... I'm not gonna lie, like out of all the powers, I'd say that this one is the most difficult to do clipping with, but it's also one of the easiest because literally you can clip every single one of these powers into any power that you want to. Now, considering this is for like T5 content, I don't necessarily use the, what do you call it, I don't use my weapon that often. Now you could clip it in there. But, you know. What's the point? I mean, you're already doing massive amounts of damage, and it's really like kind of complicated. Like these aren't the easiest clips in the book here, people. These are actually kind of difficult because you've got that whole 3-hit combo that you've got to do before you can do it. Okay, but we've almost got that second supercharge built up. But let me show you what it'll look like. You know, I mean, I don't have a precision soda to drink or a might soda, which, you know, even if you don't need it, it's always good to take because it gives you that increase. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that there is. Me personally, I like Nitro Experts, but I don't have any on me and I don't feel like buying any, so we're just gonna go with what we do. Now, if we were in combat, okay, we'd pop the trinkets and stuff, and so the damage would be a little different. So I'm gonna show you the difference in the damage. We're gonna run through this first without it, and then we'll go with it. Go until, oh, we already got the extra power. We'll go until we've got a full supercharge. Now, this is a bit of a power dump. And although you are celestial, you will find that with this loadout you will need a stronger, you will need a decent troll with you, because this is one that actually costs a lot to cast, because there's a lot of 50s and 40%ers in this loadout. Like Dark Pact is a 50, Plague is a 50, and Malediction is also a high one. That's a 40%. Okay, so we're just gonna go for a minute. This is close enough. Okay, now, let's see. Let me show you. When you're gonna do your supercharge, you know, it's best to, you know, me personally, if I'm gonna do it, I might lead with it, just because it runs for such a long time and it does such a decent amount of damage. But the thing is there's two of them. Okay, we're gonna show you the difference. Now, on the first one, when you run it, you know, there's decent numbers. Okay, that's cool. I also like it because look at that. That's awesome. Your skull floating. But you know, it did like little numbers for a little bit of time, but it's like it didn't do much, you know. Now, if you boost it up first, I'm gonna wait for it, it's almost done. Okay, now if you boost it up correctly, you know, you do your Dark Pact and then your Malediction. Boom. Now drop it, and it increases it. Now, usually when you drop it, you want to clip it with your trinket, okay? Because that makes it cast instantly. Like, as soon as you give it, you can clip it with any trinket. It doesn't matter which one you use. Me personally, I'm gonna clip it and run it down the line like I was gonna do if I was in battle. So I'm just gonna get it up a little bit. Alright, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna let everything go through its course. Alright, ready? Now you want to go Dark Pact, Malediction, Supercharge, then Trinkets, and then burn your power like it's nobody's business. Okay, so Dark, Mal, boom. Had a little bit of a mishap there. Now, see, when you got your trinkets and all your stuff clicked in, I mean, the Plague usually keeps a nice high hit to it. And you can spam it. As you can see, it resets at a decent time. It's just, you know, having the power to run it is the issue. Like, you can do Plague a few times. You know, just throw like a retribution in there in between it. And it's like, the more you use it, more constantly it'll get you numbers that you're looking for. Yeah, like minimum it usually hits for about 15 to 1200 minimum. But, you know, if you stack it correctly, you can get it to hit for a little higher. Mine's usually hitting around 32. That's pretty much the average number for it for me. Ooh, that was interesting. Sometimes I wonder if this game messes up on its own. It's like it won't hit. Like sometimes it's like the numbers just mess up. Okay, now we'll have to give you a second loadout on. I'll make a couple Celestial loadout videos. That'll be your first one. After this, I'll give you. Now that I've shown you the loadout, I'm going to give you a little bit of Nexus play with it, so that you can see how it, what kind of numbers it generates in there. And as requested this time, I'll do it in there with a scorecard. Okay, I'll leave a scorecard up for you to see. That way, you know, you can actually see for yourself. But I might have to clip the video a little bit to put the scorecard in right. But here, that'll leave a whole boss fight on there or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But thanks for checking out the videos. You know, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know, we've got all types of interesting stuff I'm trying to put together. We're gonna have all the locations of everything in the game eventually. You know, it's all coming together smoothly. It's just, you know, making videos and getting to play the game at the same time kind of get contradictory at times and make it a little more difficult to actually get stuff done while you're stopping to make videos. But I know that I've got, you know, I know that I told you guys I would keep you updated on stuff. So far, I've got all the Lust videos completed. Well, one of them, I still got the 4th or 5th one left. That's going to have that extra boss fight in it. I've got my Envy ones done and the Wrath ones are ready. I just haven't finished putting them all together because it's a little time consuming. It takes away from my DC, and nobody likes that. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. I hope this loadout helps you out because, you know, it helped me out. And, you know, I don't want to see you guys getting kicked out of Nexus and Paradox for being, for not having good loadouts and stuff, okay? So, this is the might-based loadout that's ranged for this power. I will give you a precision one shortly. That'll be my next video. So, stay tuned.
Till I'm in the ground, you won't stop me now.